Hello and welcome into another episode of the Drew Roff Show alongside Purdue soccer head coach Drew Roff. I'm the team's communications director, Charlie Healy. It's an awards postseason edition of the show as we recognize our 5 All Big Ten honorees and also look ahead to Sunday's Big Ten tournament opener against Ohio State at Folk Field. But Drew, let's start with our All Big Ten honorees. Start with Sarah Griffith. Sarah Griffith named the Big Ten Forward of the Year, All Big Ten First Team. It's really a great honor after such an outstanding regular season.
Yeah, it's tremendous for her to get recognized with that award, just with the level of player in the Big Ten and the amount of talent, especially in that forward position. It's just a fantastic achievement. So well deserved. Obviously she has the stats that back it up, but for us, she's so much more than that. She's just our leader, and just knowing what she's been through to get to this point. It's an incredible story, just an incredible person, incredible player, and I couldn't be happier for someone than I am for her. It's a long time coming and so well deserved, so it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Battled through some adversity throughout her career and really came out strong this year. Led the team with 14 goals, tied for the most in program history. In Big Ten play, the numbers are just outstanding. 9 goals in 10 games, 20 assists. So really an outstanding season for her, and great to have that recognition. She was joined on the All Big Ten first team by sophomore midfielder Emily Mathews. Emily was one of the key contributors to Sarah's success, so great to have her earn that conference honor as well.
Well, it's huge when you look at the players that are on that list. I mean, just incredible group of midfielders on that first team. So for Emily to be part of that is really special. She's a player I'm very proud of. The growth that I've seen from her on and off the pitch the last few months has just been tremendous, and she's had the opportunity to show what she can really do, and she's been a tremendous playmaker for us. She's come through in the big games, and obviously having her and Griff play off each other sometimes is just, whether it's training or games, sometimes you just, someone who loves the game just appreciates some of the things that they can do. So really, really happy for Emily, and as a sophomore, she's got so much more to do that it's very exciting to think about her potential.
Let's go to the All Big Ten second team. We'll start with Skylar Patrick, senior defender, named to that honor. She's just that backbone of a strong defensive unit that, it doesn't take more than a couple minutes. It's watching her on the pitch to see what she's able to contribute to the team and the team's success.
Yeah, I'm thrilled for Skylar. I mean, she's just the heart and soul of that back line. She just plays with so much intensity, and she puts her body on the line. She's willing to take physical risks on a daily basis just because she's so competitive and she wants to win. So that just kind of permeates through the whole team, and she's been high performing in this conference for a long time now. But for her to finally get recognized at this level is really special, and she's earned it, and couldn't be happier for her. And she's just proven it over and over, and it's great that other people recognize how special she is.
Another key contributor to the defensive success is, of course, goalkeeper Marissa Bova, named to the All Big Ten second team. She's climbing up the school record books in so many statistical categories, and great to see her earn that conference recognition that we all know how great she is, for the other coaches in the league to recognize that as well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as I mentioned, all the positions, but goalkeeper in particular, just once again, just an incredible group of keepers that we've seen, throughout the years, and for her to be second team and to be recognized at that level is fantastic. I mean, Mo is someone who has invested in this program. She's invested in her development. Every year she gets better just through just sheer work rate, and she's just a huge part of what we do, and she's our last line of defense, and we have so much confidence in what she can do. So just incredible for her, and like I said, it's just very rewarding to see players, once you know how hard they've worked to achieve these goals. And what's amazing is the first thing they'll tell you is it's about the team success, and that's the type of people they are. But in order for the team to be successful, you need some players that want to be great and are willing to put in the work to be great. And I think Mo is just a fantastic example of that.
Absolutely. 5 shutouts, leads the Big Ten with 90 saves this year. So great to see Marissa recognized. Our last All Big Ten honoree is Grace Walsh. She, along with Sarah Griffith, were recognized last year. So a 2-time honoree for Grace. Really dominated that 6th spot for the team this year, and just plays so well, and as in the midfield position, and is, again, like everyone else, is a big contributor to the team's success.
Oh, Grace Walsh. I mean, what can you say? She, just controls that area of the pitch for us. I mean, just wins the ball, has a relentless work rate. We play through her. She switches the point of attack. She gets forward in the attack. There's just, the importance that Grace has for our team is incredible. To me, she'll always be first team all conference. That's just how she plays. That's just who she is. Obviously, as a sixth role, sometimes that position doesn't have some stats and things like that other positions have. But as far as if you look at Grace, some of the one-touch entry passes she makes, some of the little small details that she does on a consistent basis, those are special qualities that you just don't see in players very often. So she's kind of the engine of our squad, and she helps us go through the middle of the park. So just a tremendous competitor and a tremendous player, and I'm thrilled for her to be recognized all Big Ten for a second time, which is really a huge achievement for her.
Absolutely distinct honor that not a lot of players in program history have. So great for Grace and for Sarah, the two-time All Big Ten honorees. The Big Ten Sportsmanship Award was also announced today. Skylar Jacobetti is our recipient. Mm-hmm. She's someone who doesn't get a lot of playing time, but her contributions go far beyond what she does on the pitch. She's one of those many team leaders rallying people together in the locker room and on the sideline.
Absolutely. I think Skylar's that leader that might not see the field, as much as some other players, but she's always positive. She always brings a great work ethic. She has a great personality. She's brings a certain edge, but also a certain lighthearted approach when the team needs it. And she's so valuable. And those are the players kind of behind the scenes that maybe don't always get recognized. But tremendous young woman, and her contributions have been immense for our program, and she obviously played some important minutes for us last match, but just a really special player and somebody that really keeps this team together, and she's part of the reason why this team is such a close-knit group. Absolutely.
Great recognition for Skylar and all 6 Boilermakers today. Let's take a quick look back at the regular season finale. 2 games last week, a 1-0 win over Northwestern, a 2-0 win over Indiana. Keep the Golden Boot on a rainy day at Folk Field. What did you like most about those 2 matches, really finishing the season strong against 2 teams that were fighting for their postseason lives?
Yeah, I think that's what I like the most is, the last 3 or 4 teams we've played have really been in kind of that, mode where they have to get results, and they're throwing numbers at us, and, they're, kind of throwing caution to the wind at times and really making us have to defend, and they're sending numbers. And I thought we handled it really well. We're not really used to being in that position where we're kind of already have the, that second place, sorted out. So, we're playing for pride, we're playing for seeding and all that stuff, but, just want to see how the team would respond. And I thought they responded with a real professional approach. I thought the focus was on the task at hand and not getting, too far ahead of ourselves, and played some very good teams, and to keep 2 clean sheets against those teams that I said were really throwing everything at us, I thought was tremendous. So we defended well. Still some things as a coach that I feel we can do better. So we're going to continue to work on those things. But we did well as a team, and then in the attack, I thought just a couple of those moments. I think the goal against Indiana, our first goal, is just fantastic. I think it was about 7 or 8 touches of the ball amongst 5 players. Covered about 65 yards, and I just love everything about that goal. So really proud of the team, and it was the way that we wanted to finish. We wanted to finish strong, wanted to go in the postseason with momentum, and I feel like that's what we did.
And those last 2 games might be the perfect view of what this team is about. You had Sarah Griffith scoring a goal. You had Emily Mathews with all 3 assists. You had Marissa Bova in the defense making some great plays. But you also had players like Sydney Duarte, Ali Maselem scoring goals as well. So it was really just such a big picture of who can contribute and the incredible depth on this team as well.
Absolutely. I think that's you kind of nailed it there with just the balance. I think the balance of this team is, some days it's going to be, Duarte stepping up. Some days it's going to be Moose. And, we know Griff is always capable of getting it done. Some games Mobova is going to have to come up with some big saves. Other games we're going to, make it a little bit easier for that back line. So just a really well-balanced group, and a group that, like you said, has multiple ways that we can be effective. And then, a group that's really happy for each other when they do have success. I think that's the part that's really cool, is that it really doesn't matter who gets it done as long as somebody does. And I think there's a lot of players that have confidence that they can come through for us when it really matters. And that's what this team has done all year long, is those winning moments. They've grabbed a hold of them, and many players have come through at the right times, and it's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. You mentioned some big saves from Marissa Bova. None of them probably were better than what she did against Ohio State a couple weeks ago, 9 saves in the 1-0 overtime win. She might have to do that again on Sunday. As we look ahead to Ohio State, what can you take from that win, and what do you totally ignore from that win just such a short time ago?
Yeah, well, I think, you look at that game and you say there was some things we did well, but there's certainly some things that we weren't at our best, and I think Ohio State definitely created some dangerous chances. I think they created quite a bit of good looks, and Mo Bova was up to the task, a few times where they looked very dangerous. So we know what type of attacking talent they have. We know that there's some adjustments that we have to make in order to play a better game. As much as we know Mo is up for it, our goal is not to have our goalkeeper have to break saves records.
Yeah.
We want to keep it a little bit easier for Mo if we can. But I think just top to bottom, it wasn't our best day, but we found a way. So we know that the stakes are high, and they'll be ready. But we're looking forward to the challenge of playing our best game, and I think that's really our focus. And but a lot of respect for what they're capable of doing. So we need to be ready for that.
First postseason game at home in a long time.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you just to be able to open up the tournament at home in front of our own fans?
Oh, it's very exciting. That's something that we've talked about every year. You kind of set your goals and say, these are some things we want to attain, and let's put in the work day to day. But it's nice to have that. What's that light at the end of the tunnel that you're shooting for? And obviously postseason play is one of them. But hosting is another that we talk about, just because it's an advantage to be at home, and we've had such great support throughout the whole year. It's tremendous to be able to kind of celebrate that success with our home fans. And obviously there's no better place to play than Folk Field as far as playing surface is just an environment. So we're thrilled to be at home, and we've worked hard to get that seed to be at home. And as you mentioned, first time since we've been at Purdue as a coaching staff to have this home match. So certainly looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun Halloween.
Absolutely great. Should be a great afternoon of soccer, 3 p.m. against Ohio State at Folk Field. We hope we can see you all out there. Tickets are available at purduesports.com or at the gate. So until then, we'll see you Sunday at 3 p.m. at Folk Field. And then until then, thanks for joining us.
All right. Thank you, Charlie.
Yep. Hello and welcome back to the Drew Roff Show. We are joined by our All Big Ten first team honorees, Sarah Griffith and Emily Mathews. Sarah, we'll start with you. Big Ten Forward of the Year. What was it like when you heard that you heard the news that you were honored with that?
It was so exciting. I just kept thinking about all the people that have helped me. I had to call my mom first and my parents first, but I was so excited, and then to hear about them was even more exciting. So it's been a really long journey, but it was definitely paid off.
And Emily, how about you? Your first All Big Ten distinction.
I'd say the same thing. I was really excited and very thankful for the opportunity to even be here and have the team that I have to help me achieve things like that.
Sarah, specifically for you, you're just the second Big Ten Forward of the Year in program history. Just the fourth that has earned a Big Ten Player of the Year accolade. What does that mean to you to get that national, that conference recognition on behalf of the program?
Yeah, luckily I had, Maddie Williams my freshman year to look at and see how hard she worked. So I was able to kind of emulate that and make it into my own the past 4 years. But it's definitely cool to represent this program because it's such an amazing program with such a great culture. So to be able to put that on a national and conference level is much deserving. So.
And Maddie Williams recognized in 2017 as the Forward of the Year, the only Big Ten Forward of the Year from Purdue before Sarah today. Let's talk about your teammates here a little bit. Sarah first, let's talk about Emily, what she means to this program and playing alongside her. What's that mean to you?
Emily, the first time I started playing with her in the fall, I knew she was going to be so good. She was the only freshman to come in and just start joking around with me, and I was a senior and you were a freshman, so I was oh yeah, this girl's she's going to be fun to play with. And just the way she plays, I see my she reminds me of myself when I was younger, and like she reminds me like how much I love the game, and I think we just have so much fun playing with each other, like combining and just the love for the game and, you know, fixing things and working on things, but also having fun with it. So she's definitely like my partner in crime, and I'm her biggest fan and will be for the rest of my life. So I'm just really lucky to play with her, and, you know, she does so much for me. She feeds me like all these assists. So yeah.
Yeah, and Emily, how about you? You're a lot of the reason why you are on this team is because of your number of assists you've had, big contributor, and being able to pass that ball to Sarah. So what's that like, being able to play with her, and how much has she helped your development early in your career?
Playing with Griff has been very fun, but just seeing how hard she works every single practice, trying to make herself better and her teammates around her better, have really like motivated me to just step up my game. And I mean, even off the field, like there's a connection that we share, and it really helps us perform on the field. And I probably wouldn't have had such like as much success if it wasn't for Griff playing next to me. So
Awesome. Well, you guys definitely a good duo out there on the field. But there are also plenty of other Boilermakers who are recognized on the All-Big Ten team. Let's talk about them a little bit here. Skylar Patrick, Marissa Bova named to the second team, Grace Walsh to the third team. Sarah, we'll start with you. You've played with all three of them your entire career here at Purdue. Skylar Patrick, one of our anchors on our defense. What's it like playing with her, and how happy are you that she's been recognized on the All-Big Ten second team?
Yeah, I don't think it's a surprise. Skylar has like the most competitive spirit about her at practice. No matter what game we're playing, you're going to find her competing at the highest level, and that drive is going to take someone so far in this conference. And she works so hard for the team, and she just has like this heart and soul to her and the spirit to her that no one's going to beat us, and that we're going to give everything we have. And it's so well deserving, and I wasn't surprised at all. So I'm really happy for her.
Emily, you play alongside Grace in the midfield her second year. Every year you've played with her, she's been named to the All-Big Ten third team. What's that like playing with Grace there?
Grace has always been kind of the anchor as the six, and defensively and attacking. Like, I always know she's going to do her job. She's going to distribute for us out of the midfield. And it really helps with someone so strong behind you, because it gives me the freedom to go up more, and I know like she can cover for me when I need it.
And then Grace, or I'm sorry, Sarah, will ask you about Marissa Bova. You guys have paired up for some SportsCenter top 10 plays this year, both on either side of the ball, dazzling fans with your play. What's it like to play with Marissa and see her development over the last 4 years?
Yeah, Mo's like my best friend off the field, so ever since freshman year, to see her grow, like she's come such a far way these past 4 years, and she works so hard. You know, we're always working out together, and over the summer we were here, and she has such a great work ethic and wants it so bad. Like, her heart and soul is fully invested into this team, into this program. So again, it wasn't a surprise, and she deserves it so much, and I think she's had it in her all 4 years, and I'm glad that people are starting to see it. So.
And then the last award that Boilermaker earned today was the Sportsmanship Award, which was named to Skylar Giacobetti. And she's someone who might not get the most minutes on the field, but is really a big contributor off the field as one of our senior leaders. Emily, what can you put Skylar's contributions into words of what she means to the team and the cohesive unit that we are this year?
Yeah, off the field, Skylar's, great. She hypes her team up before the game. She's always supporting on the sidelines. You know, if out of everyone on the team, you can hear Skylar for sure the most when you're on the field. So it's motivating, especially playing and, playing for a team like that.
Awesome. Let's take a quick look back at a 2-0 weekend for the Boilermakers last week to close out the regular season. 1-0 over Northwestern, 2-0 over Indiana last week. Sarah, what was working so well for you guys as a whole in the last two games?
Yeah, I think on the attack, especially, everyone wanted to be in the attack. And when you play against two teams that, their seasons are on the line, we know they're going to throw everything at you. And for our defense to be able to handle that when they switch to 3-back and throw everyone forward is like incredible, and such a testament to what they do to get 2 shutouts. But it's just been fun. I think we are having so much fun playing against IU and even Northwestern, especially when we were on. Emily and I were just up there making people
Having fun.
just having fun, like remembering why we play. So it was a special weekend, especially to get the Golden Boot, and to have Allie Moose, a senior, score was even more special. So definitely a good look for our program this weekend, and we just had so much fun with it.
Yeah, definitely a great day, especially Sunday in the driving rain for much of the game. 2-0 over Indiana, kept the Golden Boot. Allie Maselem, as you mentioned, scored the game-winning goal and added an assist on the second goal. Speaking of assists, Emily, you had an assist on all 3 goals last week. Was it clicking a little extra for you last week, or what was working so well for you?
Yeah, I think just finding the ball to our forwards and then in the end, like, they were the ones who finished, so credit to them too.
Yeah, a couple of great balls from you, especially Thursday night to Sydney Duarte for that game-winning goal against Northwestern. So look ahead to Sunday. Ohio State comes to Folk Field in the Big Ten quarterfinal, the first Big Ten tournament game at Folk Field in a long time, definitely in your guys' career. How excited are you guys to be able to open up that tournament at home in front of our home fans? So Sarah, we'll start with you.
We're so excited. I think we've been working towards this, and we want to show how much of a run we can make in this postseason, and to win a championship and to start it off at home is so special with all of our fans. To even play on your home pitch and be able to defend it and take pride in that already is great. So we're just excited to show people what we can do and how far we can get.
Emily, how about you? We played Ohio State just a couple weeks ago. Are you thinking much about that game, or are you totally focused on this next opponent, this next opportunity, not even thinking about what happened a couple weeks ago?
I think we can learn from the last game we played against them, but I mean, every game's its own game, and you have to compete just as much as you did the first time. So I'm excited, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys out at Folk Field on Sunday. Should be a great day of soccer, beautiful weather planned, and we hope to see you. Tickets are available at the gate or at purduesports.com/soccer, so we hope to see you at Folk Field. Till then, we'll see you guys Sunday at 3 p.m.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.